What's up, YouTube? Alex Katz here. It's been a while since I posted a bike video, but there's a new bike in my life, and I thought I would do an intro video on that new bike. I'll do some riding impressions in a separate video later, but for now, this is just to say I fully recognize that I did not need an aero bike, but when the new Canyon Aeroad came out, I was intrigued and kept an eye on it. And then when they came out with the rapid ruby color on their website, that kind of sealed the deal for me. The bike was just too good looking. I had to at least give it a shot. So this is an intro to my new Canyon CF SLX 8 with SRAM Access Force in rapid ruby. So check it out. Okay, quickly before we get to the bike, it wouldn't be a Canyon new bike video if we didn't have the required FedEx delivery footage and a quick shot in the garage of my Endurace hanging, and down below it, still in the box, the Aeroad. So a quick rundown of the bike, and I'll just start off by saying the look of this bike is just what sold me on it. I'm just gonna admit to that. I'm a sucker for the aero bike, and in this red, which I've never owned a red bike before, in the sun, man, this thing is pretty. So yeah, I'll admit it. That's what led me to buy the bike. So let's start at the back. So we've got the Zip 404 Firecrest Super Aero wheel set. You can see the kind of golf ball dimpling on the wheels really nicely in the sun, which I trust makes it more aero. And the Pirelli P0s. Never had this look tire before, but it's kind of growing on me too. I've always just had the traditional black tires. So drivetrain, SRAM, it's of course SRAM Access wireless. This is Force on this bike instead of red, so this is the CF SLX 8, which comes with Force, not the highest end group set. But I have red on my other bike, and I will just tell you, feels pretty similar to me, if not exactly the same. Maybe it's incrementally heavier, but shift quality, everything from a usability standpoint, exactly the same. I put this little Psycho light flasher on the back, which I got mostly because Canyon was out of their one that integrates right into the seat post, and I gotta tell you, got this thing on Amazon, very happy with it. It's pretty cool. Toe peak saddlebag tucks in nicely underneath. It's very small, but it can be, because you don't need to carry a multi-tool. You just need to carry a tube and some levers and some CO2. Then I'll show you the multi-tool that's integrated into the bike momentarily. Never ridden a Selle Italia, I hope I'm saying that right, seat, but this one's been great. Really nice and comfy, fits me well, so got lucky there. I have these Arundel mandibles on my other bike, and I've been very happy with them, so I went with the same bottle cages here, and happy with them too. I have already put on this chain catcher, and I have a separate video on installing the chain catcher, but even riding this bike twice, I already dropped the chain once, so I figured don't mess around, just put the chain catcher on. I would highly recommend. You can see it just sits there and protects your paint and keeps you from having to get off in the middle of a group ride when you drop a chain, which seems to happen. Again, love that paint. You can see that glisten in the sun, I hope. And when we get around to the front, you can see that we have really clean front forks. I don't know, the through axle doesn't come through, so just very clean on the right side of the bike, drivetrain side. They did put these little, hopefully you can see these, they put little rubber stoppers here on the bottom of the fork, so if you ever need to take your wheel off and put the bike down, You're not going to scratch the paint, which, again, thoughtful. Well done, Canyon. And then the cockpit. Really nice looking, super clean. Obviously, all internal wiring. I did get the Canyon, I think they call it the flasher, which is both the Garmin mount and there's a light underneath, which is a nice clean look. So I think Canyon did a really nice job with that. And I'll try to give you a shot of the brakes, shifters, and the rotors, which I think are, I've always really liked the look of the SRAM rotors. I just think it's a very nice clean look. And as we come on back, you see the through axle lever, which is removable, and I'll show you that in a second. And that has the multi-tool T25 integrated into the end, which works with every bolt on the bike except for the bolts for the bottle cages. So pretty sweet, pretty cool idea, and well done, Canyon. So I will give one more shot of the bike here, because again, I think that's what it's all about. Pretty good looking ride. So I pulled off that through axle lever, and you can see there's your T25 on the end. So this thing can drop into just about any bolt on the bike. And there's your multi-tool. So pretty neat idea. Well done, Canyon. And then when you're done with it, it pops right back on there. Done. No need to carry a multi-tool. Pretty neat. One final thought here. I was really kind of curious to know how real the effects of Aero are. And so what I've got up on the screen here are 5 times that I did the same ride on Strava. I don't think I'm getting stronger. And in fact, I looked at the power meter readings and I put basically the same power into the bike. But what you can see on this 46-mile ride is that when I did it on the Aeroad, as opposed to doing it on the Endurace, my best Endurace average speed was 17.9, and I averaged 18.5 on the Aeroad with, again, basically the same power over 2.5 hours. So that shaved something like 4.5 minutes off my time. So Aero seems to be real. More to come with some riding impressions, but that's enough for now.